Here we have a Remington 597 VTR 22 long rifle, and we're going to show a cheap and easy way to put a, being that this is a tactical rifle, tactical type rifle, we're going to show how to put a single point sling hookup on this rifle. Alright, first thing you do is I was at the store and I found these, I don't know what size they are, they're made by Hillman, they're D-rings, and I was wanting to put a single hookup on this rifle, and I found these D-rings. You can get them at Walmart or Harbor Freight, any hardware store like this size D-ring. And I looked at them and I seen these two screws right here, right in about a place where a single point hookup would be good. And lo and behold, these screws, the centers on these screws are the same as the centers on these two holes in this D-ring. And I'll show you what I did to put this on. Okay, the first thing I did is to remove these two screws. That's all you got to do is take these two screws out right here. They're Allen wrench screws. Is unloosen them and screw them out. Once you get them out, just set them aside. Then you take your D-ring piece and you want to put the screw in the D-ring like this. Bring it over and sit it on and then screw it down, and before you tighten it up all the way, you put the other screw on and screw it in, and it's a pretty good fit. But as you can notice, the silver color here of the D-ring don't really look bad, but you don't want to have it silver on here, you want to blue it. So in the next segment I'll show what I did to take care of that problem. Okay, the screws are out, and take your D-ring back off. We verified and know that it'll fit. And the screws are short, but there's still enough thread that'll be safe to hold this down onto there and still hold everything intact the way it should be. So what I did to take care of the silver problem is now that we got the piece off of there, you want to blue this piece, the D-ring and the fastener piece. So you just take a screwdriver and kind of put it in there and expand it apart. Just, you don't have to go a whole lot, just enough to where you can get the ring out of there. Okay, now that the D-ring is out of the fastener here, what you want to do is, you see down in here and down inside, it's not too critical of a place to worry about putting the bluing in, but you want to blue it all inside of there and down, and then blue the D-ring, you know, and it'll make it look a lot better. Now they're all out, you want to take and get your piece of Scotch-Brite, and you'll just take the Scotch-Brite and you'll rough this up, this D-ring, and you know, get it to where it's pretty much, you can tell where you've been with it because it like dulls the chrome finish, and that's what you want to do. And then the parts here that show, you want to pretty well get them good. After you do the D-ring, then you get your fastener here and you just Scotch-Brite it down real good. They take you 5 to 10 minutes to do it really good. And you do the same thing, you doll it up, you take the chrome looking finish off of it. And then after you get them all Scotch-Brited good, then you'll want to get you some Q-tips and some bluing. And then the most important part is, and I use brake parts cleaner. It's a excellent product for cutting oil and grease off. And you want to take the D-ring and the fastener piece out and you want to spray them off good with parts cleaner. Make sure your hands are oil free, your fingers, and might want to have something like a little screwdriver, something to pick these up, and they dry quick. So then after it dries off, you get a good clean cloth and you wipe them down with the cloth. Then you have Birchwood Casey Super Blue, liquid cold bluing. It don't take a whole lot. And then you take your Q-tip and you dip it in there, and you'll take your parts without handling them any more than you have to and blue them. They'll blue out real nice. Okay, now we got the piece all blued and everything ready to go. It's ready to, the last thing you need to do with it is just take, like, once it dries pretty good for a half hour or so, you clean it all up, and then you want to take, I just used some ram oil. You could use 3-in-1 oil, whatever you wanted to use, and just spray a little down and take it and just wipe it off nice and clean. It's ready to install. Okay, now we're ready to install the swivel onto the gun. Just start with that first one there, because you get it in. Don't screw it down tight so you get the holes lined up on the other side. Screws in. And you just screw it down snug. Snug it down and turn your Allen wrench over and just give it a little tweak. Not real tight. You don't want to tighten these up tight, because if you do, they want to lock up and you take a chance of stripping something. Just doesn't. And there it is. That's, don't look too bad, you know. It's blued, and the gun has a matte finish on it, but the bluing looks okay with that for me. You could take and sandblast them and the piece and then blue it and have the matte look to it, but I'm happy with that right there. Just like that. The swivels in there good. And then if you wanted to do it, this is for guys who shoot right-handed. If the guys were wanting to shoot left-handed, you could come around to the other side, and the two same screws are on this side too for lefties. They want to put the swivel on this side. Alright, here we are. We got it on, fastened down, and I have a makeshift little sling here that I made up temporarily because I want to get a bungee sling for this here, for my single point sling. But I'm just going to put this on here, and this does work. And so I got the sling on, and it's ready to be picked up and adjusted down to hang to where you want it. Okay, there it is. Gun's hanging. I kind of adjusted it to the place where I like it, and it's good. It hangs on there. It don't seem like it's doing any excess pulling on the screws. and it's good to go. Thanks for watching.